Hello and welcome, friends. I hope everyone's ready to fight.
We should be. We had a whole week off again.
Again, we had a hectic November, but here's
Yeah.
to the beginning of a much less hectic month. Fingers crossed.
Well, it is the month of Christmas, so
It is the month of Christmas. There is that.
yeah. So that
But
adds that.
what's up?
I am so stressed. We are
I'm so sorry.
in our last week of class, so
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
Yeah, it is that time.
Normally we would have 2 weeks of class after Thanksgiving before finals, but Thanksgiving was kind of late this year, so we only have 1 week. And so it's way too fast.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And so I am just working nonstop, trying to get caught up and finish things on time. Yeah.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm. Being attacked by a cat here.
Love that. Anything else going on? Any stories from class, perhaps?
Hold on. Here she comes. Okay. Not really, because it's kind of funny. I haven't really been in class so much. Because we only had half a week last week because of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And attendance was going to be so terrible that I just made everything virtual.
Fair enough.
And then yesterday, I went entirely virtual again because the snow was real bad.
Ah, yes, the snow.
Yeah, it snowed.
I'm sorry, we just spiked up to 17, 18 viewers. What is going on?
This has happened the last couple weeks, and I don't know why. Last couple weeks we've had the pod.
I'm hoping it's not just bots, because that's fantastic. Hi.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
so I haven't really been in person.
Classes.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in person in almost 2 weeks.
That'll happen.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
The not driving to campus part sounds lovely.
Oh, it is. Yeah, now I got to drive there the next couple of days, and I'm bummed about it. But that's the nature of being an adult with a job.
Isn't it unfortunate? 6, 7,
yes.
I still don't get that meme, if I'm being completely honest. And maybe this is maybe it's finally happening to me that I'm out of touch with the youth's TM. Yeah. But I just don't
think there's anything to get.
That's cool. Okay.
That's the trick. Yeah. The best I can tell is there's nothing to get.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah, I follow some guy on TikTok. I can't think of his name at the moment, but he's a middle school teacher.
So he's got his finger on the pulse.
Yep, he's always reporting about the popular memes and the slang and stuff, and it's it's very educational. But he's one of those,
I should follow this guy.
Yeah, he's clearly one of those cool teachers,
Love a cool teacher.
Yeah, so the kids actually talk to him about stuff, and so it's useful that way. So that's how I initially learned about 6-7 many months ago, actually. But it seems like it's suddenly spiking.
I've known about it for a while, but yeah, it does seem to be even more of a thing now.
Yeah, it seems like it's made it more into it's on the mainstream news now.
Yeah.
More of it's reached the olds.
It has reached the olds.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think you count as an old until you're above 45.
I'm not counting myself in the olds. I was going to say more like 50.
Yeah, maybe more like 50.
Yeah, because I think 40s are the new 30s, so.
That's fair. And that your 20s are just uncharted territory at this point. Ooh.
20s are still adolescence, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by the comments that we're getting. Hello. How do you say good? I know how to say good evening in Japanese. I'm pretty sure it's konbanwa.
That is correct. Yes.
Hell yes. Go me. And I cannot identify the other language that is being spoken in our comments right now, but shout out #1 gay streamer. Hell yeah. Pride Month all year long.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I've been up to anything that's worth remarking on that isn't part of my worsening.
Yeah, and that's the trick, right?
Isn't that the bitch of it? Could you insult me? I could insult you. I'm gonna need a little more bit of information about you though.
Yeah, good insults are based on
Thing.
who the person is.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're willing to give me some information about yourself, sure, I'll insult you. I won't necessarily like enjoy it, but if that's what you want,
Yeah. Give some
you can
ammo.
ask. I just did.
Interesting.
While we wait for that ammo, if it comes, yeah, what have I been? Who are you ladies collaborating to annoy this evening? Are we collaborating to annoy anyone? I mean, we could be annoying you guys, but you're also not forced to watch us. So, like, that's on. If you're annoyed and you're still here, that's on you.
Yes. Although, depending on how our arguments go today, we could be annoyed with each other
We
too.
could be annoying each other. That's always a possibility.
But would that be a collaboration to annoy? I mean, we're both choosing this, I guess. So in a way,
yeah. This is mandatory fun time.
Yeah.
I know you're both so annoying, IRL. I mean, I would probably be described as a bit much by some. I'm not going to deny that about myself. I'm a very high energy, high affect individual. Or at least I often am.
I would say I'm less annoying and more irritating.
What do we think is the difference?
Because I think I'm
a math postdoc. Oh, buddy, why would you do that? That's an insult to life itself.
Yeah, it's not. I almost did a postdoc.
So you don't have a personality, is what I'm getting. There's your insult. Anyway.
I was a postdoc in video games, but then I didn't.
Anyway. Why didn't you? That would have been so cool.
Because I didn't get it. They rejected me.
The chick on the right seems bearable. Is this video flipped going out?
I don't know.
So it could be either one of us is bearable. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
What was I saying? What's the difference between annoying and irritating?
Oh, right. That's actually, it's really hard to put into words.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't necessarily know that I would characterize myself as like too much, like in the way that I'm just going to be. Would. But I'm not going to be like, persistent, nagging, kind of like that's how I think.
Oh, you're bearable, according to some guy on the internet.
Ooh. Yay.
And there was much rejoicing. Continue.
Yeah. And I have now ruined that. I am no longer bearable. But yeah, I think of irritating as more like people getting frustrated with me because I won't make decisions or something.
I do have some experience with that.
Yeah. So like I can see people getting irritated with me when I'm just like, whatever. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, frustrated.
Mm-hmm. And then what's annoying?
Yeah, annoying, I think more just like it's like more high energy, I guess.
So maybe I'm both.
Yeah, I don't know. It's actually really hard to put into words. They feel different.
They do feel different. Is there a difference in the diction? I'm wondering if the dictionary uses one to define the other. Annoying
would be.
definition. Would be. Causing irritation or annoyance is the definition of annoying. What is the definition of irritating?
Causing annoyance. Wow.
Okay, so we're just going to be in this circle forever.
Did they use annoying?
Women aren't known for the decision-making skills. Yeah, okay. Whatever, bro. Where was I?
Yeah, no. But I guess the dictionary thinks they're the same thing, but they're not. They're not. It's just like when we had the whole geek versus nerd versus dork versus dweeb.
They're all distinct things.
Yes. And
Okay, do we
probably, yeah, the dictionary's like they're the same.
This is true. Would we like to get into the first question for the night, which is
Sure.
who I've seen this being discussed just on the internet in general a little bit recently. Who do we think would win in a fight? Rick O'Connell from The Mummy or Indiana Jones? Discuss.
Somebody knocking in your home?
Yes, my landlord is currently doing some rather loud repairs in the basement, so if you hear that, that's what that is.
Okay. Good. Just clarifying.
Stock friend wants to know who wins if the two of us fight, which we could definitely talk about after this.
Well, I think that was in there before you asked the question, so it was more like, fighting with friends.
I mean, I think okay, so we're gonna back up and tackle that first. I think if it's physical, I would win because I'll fight dirty. Like I'll go for eyes and shit.
But I'm more of an athlete.
You are more of an athlete. This is very true.
It's hard to
so
say.
Maybe it's anybody's game at this point.
Yeah.
Because like you might have the physical advantage, but again, I'm not gonna play fair.
You have the mental advantage because I feel like you're more willing to fight than I am.
This is very true.
I'm like, I don't want to fight anybody.
If I have to, I will.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser's a nice guy. Harrison Ford would fight dirty. I don't disagree with you. The thing about these two characters, I think, is that they have very similar skill sets. They're both like adventurer types.
But Indiana Jones has a hat.
Indy has the hat. Indy has the whip. Indy was my first. Actually, no, that's a lie. Han Solo was my first crush. But it was still Harrison Ford.
I will admit, it's been a long time since I've seen any of the Mummy movies.
Why don't you play chess and winner will insult everybody? This might come as a shock to you. I don't know how to play chess.
Yeah, somebody tried to teach me once.
There's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah.
And here's I wish I could play chess. Like it seems very fun, it seems very entertaining, it seems very interesting, stimulating, etc. It's just people have tried to teach me and it doesn't stick.
Yeah, my thing is like my job requires so much like mental focus and like strategizing and stuff that when I'm in my spare time, I don't want to think that much.
That's fair.
That's why I don't want to do it.
Okay, so would we like to talk about Rick O'Connell versus Indiana Jones?
Right. Rick O'Connell, Indiana Jones. Yeah, I mean, I think in some ways it does parallel what you were just saying about like the two of us, that I think well, and the comment as well, that Brendan Fraser seems just kind of like a generally nice guy. Right? Rick O'Connell is also kind of a generally nice guy. And let's be honest, Indiana Jones is a bit of a dick.
He is a bit of a dick, especially with his stealing from native populations. That's pretty shitty.
Yeah. He's also just not nice to people all the time.
He is also not nice to people all the time. But like, okay.
He's cantankerous.
He is cantankerous. I feel as though I think Indy would fight dirty. Because they both are experienced with weapons. So like there's that.
Yeah. Isn't Brendan Fraser kind of like huge too? Or am I imagining that?
Brendan Fraser
height. That's what I'm looking up. That's what I'm looking up. Did you find it? 6'3".
Okay, 6'3". Harrison Ford height. 6'1". Okay, pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, I suppose. I didn't think he was quite that tall. I feel like I don't trust that.
Would not trust which one? Which
Harrison
stats
Ford.
are we doubting here?
Yeah, I don't know. Harrison Ford doesn't seem that tall to me.
I like that one of the suggested searches for whatever reason is how tall was Gregory Peck.
Sure.
Don't know what the connection between Harrison Ford and Gregory Peck is, but all right.
Yeah, I see it down there as well.
I think Indy would fight dirty.
Yeah.
I think he's more willing to, like, in iconic films. Oh, okay.
I don't know. Brendan Fraser just seems more imposing to me physically.
Mm-hmm. I think Rick O'Connell's too good of a guy, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems very selfless.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he does a lot of selfless things in the movie. Like, none of the things that happen in the movie are like, he kind of gets sucked in nothing is his problem. But he makes
But maybe the context of the fight is important, because like if he's trying to protect somebody.
Ooh, yes, protect his lady.
Yeah. Like, I think
that would be serious business.
Off. Yeah. Like, I think you put Indiana Jones in the same situation where it's like, protect a person. He's like, yeah, all right, I'll give it a shot, I guess.
Yes, I'll do it.
Whereas Rick O'Connell will just be like, murder fools who get in his way.
I would agree.
So
I would prefer not to. To what do you refer, my friend?
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know how much more I necessarily have to. Like, I'm trying to, like, break this down point by point.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily know, like, how many points there are. Does that make any sense whatsoever?
Yes. Well, that's why the only thing I can really think is, like, the physical side and then, like, the mental side, where I think Brendan Fraser, like, we keep, like, talking about them like they're the same. I'm searching for a word that my brain is not coming up with.
Conflating the two?
Yes, thank you. That was the word. The character and the actor. But character, purely. It seems like Rick O'Connell potentially has the physical edge, whereas
I think he
Indiana
seems
Jones
like
has the mental edge.
He seems like he's, like, bulkier. Brendan Fraser, Rick O'Connell.
Yeah. That's what I said. He feels more physically imposing, even if he's only 2 inches taller.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like physically, he just seems like somebody who could win in a fight, whereas Harrison Ford seems a little less so, and I don't know why.
Well, and also I'm thinking of a lot of scenes in Indiana Jones where he opts not to, like, get into a physical fight and just shoot somebody. So, like, there's the fighting dirty for you.
Yeah, no, I think he definitely is less concerned with morality in general.
I would agree. Although, gotta say, like, I feel like I'm slandering Indiana Jones here. I love those movies. I love the character.
Same.
Anybody who shoots Nazis is cool with me. Can I scroll for now? You can do whatever you want, friend.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it depends on the context.
It depends on the context. I'm gonna say Rick O'Connell, though.
Yeah.
I think he's most likely to win in a fight.
Yeah. I would actually probably agree with that. But again, I think it depends on the context, why they're fighting. Mm-hmm. Because if there is, like, an issue of morality involved, I think Rick O'Connell for sure. Mm-hmm. If there's not an issue of morality involved, maybe they just got in, like, a silly scuffle at a bar or something like that, and his heart's not in it, he could potentially lose to Indiana Jones.
This is true. If it's to get an artifact, I feel like Indy would stop at nothing to do his whole, like, it belongs in a museum shtick.
Yeah.
So, all right, but I'm gonna say in most circumstances it's Rick O'Connell.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, next thing I've got is pulling this up. Why is Goofy considered a person and Pluto considered a pet, even though they're both dogs?
Because Disney?
Because Disney, I would like to get into a little bit more than that.
Yes. I feel like it's one of those.
It's the capability for speech.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously. Well, I suppose I shouldn't say obviously, but it should be obvious that if a creature is capable of speaking the same language as you, you probably shouldn't keep them as a pet.
This is very, I mean, parrots, but yeah, as a general rule of thumb, parrots aren't really
not
speaking,
really
they're kind of just mimicking.
Mimicking, yeah, that's totally different. Yeah, they they can't hold a conversation. They just repeat things back at you.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if the fact that Goofy wears clothes has something to do with it. Although you can put clothes on a pet.
Yes. You know, it sort of feels like Pluto is like one of those people who like grows up in the wilderness.
Can we back up for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Isn't Indiana Jones immortal since he drank from the Holy Grail? Never thought about it before. You might be right, Stillier.
Yeah, him and his father.
I gotta rewatch those movies. Anyway.
Yep.
What were you saying?
Implication. Oh, I think of Pluto as like, you ever learn about those people who like grew up
like a feral child?
Yeah. Like if he had been raised in different circumstances, maybe he too could walk on 2 legs and wear clothing and speak English. But
this is very possible.
He was not raised that way. So it's not necessarily that he's not capable of I would say human speech, but canine speech, really.
Yeah.
In his case. So he could be capable of all the same things as Goofy, but he just wasn't given the same opportunities for whatever reason.
Okay. But then the thing is, though, we as humans have encountered like feral people. We don't keep them as pets.
We don't. And that's why this is a significant.
I mean, we're talking about cartoons. Let's be real here, but
yes. I was going to get all dramatic about how just completely morally bankrupt Mickey is. Pluto is Mickey's dog,
please
right?
do. Yes.
Yeah. I'm Googling stupid things.
Can you talk about something interesting, please? This isn't interesting to you?
Or, yeah. Oops. Typo. Oh, interesting. So, according to the guy who voiced Goofy, Goofy is not a dog.
He's what then?
He is a canine species of his own called Canis goofus. Well,
okay,
Pluto
sure,
is
whatever, man.
Dog in the cartoons. So,
I mean,
because I was looking at what kind of dog they are. Goofy is supposedly like a coonhound type dog.
Okay.
And Pluto is officially mixed breed.
I mean, hey, as a person who grew up with a mutt,
I was gonna say, is this purebred versus mutt?
Is this racism?
Could be.
It's possible.
Could be dog racism.
I think in my mind it's gonna come down to like the clothes, the fact that he can talk, and the fact that he walks on 2 legs.
Yeah, I mean, those are, I would say, the key differences. It's been so long since I've watched stuff like that, like any of the Mickey, Goofy, Pluto type stuff.
Yeah, same.
I don't remember like exactly what
Mutts are the
like,
best dog still here. You're so right.
to what extent does like Pluto participate in things? Like, does he actually have a major role in storylines, or is he just kind of there?
I'm remembering a like Christmas special that I used to have on DVD as a child, and like it was like Mickey Mouse like chopping down a Christmas tree, and then like Chip and Dale are little like chipmunks hiding in the Christmas tree, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And like Pluto definitely has like a significant involvement in the storyline.
Okay, yeah. So he, despite his limitations, despite his limitations of not being able to speak or walk on two legs, he's still
Yeah. All right. Would we like to move on?
sure.
Okay, so the next thing I have is we're going to do a tier list, and the tier list that I selected for us is okay. Let's see. I have to do a little screen share here. Share screen, window, share to stage. Okay, that is the wrong one. Great, so proud. That is a tier list that is going to be coming in. Why did I not? Oh, I put it in the other document. That's why. Jesus, Bridget.
Ah.
Better than this. Come on. Episode schedule. Thank you. Copy link. Where'd it go? Here we are. We're talking about Kirby Forgotten Land. We are going to rank the copy abilities that you are given in that game.
It's been a while since I played.
It has been a hot minute as well,
twice.
but oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was what, 3 or 4 years ago? I don't remember.
It's been a little while. It's been a little while since I've played this, but this is also the most recent Kirby game that either of us have played, so I figured this would be a decent play. Like, if we want to do all copy abilities at some point in a different episode or whatever, we can definitely do that, but I figured this would be a good place to start.
Yes. I specifically say that because I don't necessarily remember what all of them are.
And, you know, we will burn that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
All right, so first one we've got is one of the... It's like a ninja sword. Or not a ninja sword. It's like it's a sword with a butterfly. I remember the names of sword parts, but I can't remember which one is which. It's like the part that guards your hand is a butterfly shaped.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm not 100% sure what that is. I'm going to What are my favorite ones? Let's start with that.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe start with the ones that we recognize.
Yeah. I am not nuts about this little, like, star firing blunderbuss one. I think that's pretty mid. So I'm going to put that there.
I don't know that this is Kirby and the Forgotten Land stuff, because I don't see like Kirby or vending machine Kirby.
Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find... What happens if I search mouthful mode?
There, yeah.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land mouthful mode tier list. That'll be fun.
There we go.
Oh, there's far fewer, but we'll do it anyway.
Yeah, but this one's accurate.
This one is accurate. Okay. First, we've got vending machine Kirby.
Oh, I feel like I should get my plushie.
I have my... Oh, god damn it. My plushie's up in the plushie net in my bedroom.
I think that's where mine is. Or it might be on my dresser. I'm not sure.
Anyway.
Vending machine Kirby.
What do we think about vending machine Kirby? You fire sodas out of your little vending mouth, which is super cute.
I was going to say, it's very useful, because that's kind of one of the ones you really... You need to be able to, like, break down stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, each of these is useful. Like, that's why they exist, I guess.
Yeah. So I
But
think it's just a matter of like which ones speak to you and why.
yeah. I feel like vending machine Kirby though, it's a lot easier to like accidentally fall off something or like because it
Mm,
doesn't move very well. It just
no, not really. So with that in mind, where would you say it falls on this list?
I was gonna say, in the grand scheme, I'm thinking about like looking at these, thinking about what's my top and what's my worst and where it kind of fits in with that. I
Hmm.
would say this one is a little on the lower end.
Okay, I would maybe like a B then. I don't think it's a bad ability.
Well, no, but none of them are, is the thing. So do we just pretend the
Unfortunately,
last couple tiers don't exist?
I mean, we can pretend that it. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
My hot take is that Stair Kirby kind of sucks
I mean,
because it's
again, definitely
boring.
in the it is. Again, it has its uses, but it's also kind of annoying to like get it oriented the right way and get it in the right spot and
Hmm.
clunky. It's clunky.
That is a good way to describe it. I think mouthful mode vending machine is going to be B. Do we feel comfortable with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
with that.
Next, we have the like when he swallows the like the pipe, like
Pipe.
the giant concrete pipe.
Yeah, because that basically just lets you roll, right?
That's pretty much all you can do. So frankly, I think it's lower than a B.
Yeah, that one's not very like you can just run. You don't even need it. Like a lot of these other ones you absolutely need to have.
Mm. I mean, I know you can like break through things,
Yeah.
like break down walls when you're like
Yeah.
rolling along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean in certain contexts you do have to
You
in
have to use every
particular
single
mode,
one of these in
but
certain contexts, but that's the way the game is
yeah.
designed.
Yes. Yes. But it doesn't serve a function just in general that can't be served with other things.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so do we want to call it a C or a D?
I'm gonna see.
Okay.
It's just kind of fun to roll
Next
around.
is Jesus. I'm wondering if did the microphone pick that up?
Yes.
Cool. Next we have
Uh,
the kind of I don't know how to describe
it's
this one.
lame.
It's like
It's lame.
when it is lame because all you
It's
could do is pull
he.
the lid or like
Yeah.
the lid finger quotes off of things.
Yeah. That's it. You just open a. It's like opening a jar with your mouth.
Yeah, it's essentially what it is. It's opening a jar with your mouth. Do we want to call
Which
that a
again,
D?
yeah, yeah. It's like again, you have to do it, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's not like particularly fun or anything.
Yeah. But you know what is fun, at least in my mind? Ring mouth.
Ring mouth is my favorite.
I love it. It's so cute.
I want them
Absolutely
to make a
adorable.
plushie of ring
They
mouth.
should make a plushie. I
It's bigger.
need a plushie of Cone Kirby so badly. You have no
You have
idea.
one.
Cone Kirby? Vending
Yeah.
mouth.
We got Cone Kirby at was it the last Saratoga?
I don't have a Cone Kirby.
Remember I got it and then you were gonna go down and get it and you said you did? I'm not losing my mind. This happened. I have one in my room now.
I might have gone down to get it and it was sold out.
I thought you got one.
Because I definitely do not. If I had a Cone Kirby, you would never hear the end of it.
I have one.
God, I wish that were me.
That's so weird. I could have sworn you had one.
So where do we rate Ringmouth?
S tier.
S tier. First S
When
tier.
he
Hell yeah.
when he takes in the air and like I wish I could do that.
Also, I wonder if he could function as a trampoline.
Maybe.
That would be so cute. Stair Kirby.
We kind of went over this a little lame.
Lame. C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just put it
Water
in B.
balloon. Oh, whoopsies. Water balloon Kirby.
Yeah. My guess was for water balloon Kirby because that's like my other favorite.
That's an A for me, man.
He's just a squishy.
I know.
And there's something very satisfying about spitting water everywhere.
It is really satisfying.
Yeah, just like cleaning stuff up. It's it's before I discovered Power Wash Simulator.
There you go. It was your introduction.
Yeah.
Next we have I'm gonna call it like paragliding Kirby, where he becomes like a paraglider.
Yeah. I feel about the same as I do about Pipe Kirby.
Yeah. It's kind of boring.
Because, they're both very, very similar in that you come to a particular spot where you have to use that particular mouthful mode.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just kind of forced to use it, and it's less fun somehow.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, I will put that in a C as well. But we know where Cone Kirby is going. S tier, baby. Next, we have Light Bulb Kirby.
Well, we didn't even talk about why Cone Kirby's so cool, though.
We can talk about why Cone Kirby is so cool. One, the way he moves, his little like cone waddle. Mwah, so cute. Would die for him. Also, I find it particularly endearing that like part of the cone is sticking out of his mouth for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I just think it's so cute. And also, I love the ability that like the actual like purpose of it, where he like flips over and breaks stuff.
That is another satisfying thing, seeing that like
very
little
satisfying
track when you're like, oh, it's time. Where's that cone?
Yeah. So that's why Cone Kirby is a solid S tier for me.
Now I want to play.
Right?
Light Bulb Kirby.
Light Bulb Kirby. Not as useful as some others, but I would say still good. And also still particularly adorable.
Yeah,
we want to put that in a
cute.
B?
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. Because he's cute and he serves a purpose. But I don't know, I find it kind of annoying to have to use him.
Understandable. Okay, and then finally we have Kirby.
That's the only plushie I don't have, because they only make Kirby and Vending Machine and Cone Mouth.
Interesting. I think Kirby is another A.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't know, it's just so fun. I love the racing levels.
Yeah, but then there's like some of those things where you have to like do a certain course in under a certain amount of time, and that's annoying to me.
I have never had that much of a problem with that.
Oh, really? Maybe but you haven't finished the game, have you?
I think I finished it, but I have to go back and get some stars.
Yeah, because I can't remember again. It's been a couple of years at least. But there was definitely one course where the only way to do it was like to take a certain shortcut, and it was really hard to land to be able to get like the first place time or whatever. Because I officially got all the stars twice.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Actually, this is kind of inspiring me. What happens? Let's hold up. I'm trying to think of the most efficient way to search something else while still saving our tier list. Let me just download this real quick. Download image. Thank you.
I feel like I have to have at least one Kirby in my vicinity.
Mario Odyssey. That's another game. I'm just thinking of games that we both have played.
Yeah. That's one I've never finished.
I finished Odyssey. It's on Mario Kart.
Well,
no Mario Odyssey.
I think I technically like finished the main storyline. I just never collected all the moons.
I really like this stream and enjoy watching. Thank you, friend. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
We could rank every Mario Kart track.
Oh god. I don't know them all though.
I don't know all of them either. They have just the
There's
Mario
my little
Kart
stone
Wii.
Kirby.
Hmm?
It's my little stone Kirby.
Aw.
I was like, I feel like I gotta have at least one Kirby in arm's reach.
Understandable. I'm trying to think of another good tier list we could do, just because I want to give us a little more time before the worsening.
I have a question that just occurred to me today that is video game related.
Shall I close out the screen share?
Maybe.
Ask the question and then we'll figure that out.
Does Fallout count as sci-fi?
Hold on. Wait. Does Fallout count as science fiction? I'm gonna say absolutely.
Yeah, right. Which, like, I hadn't really thought about it until today for some reason. It just kind of popped in my head, and I was like, well, you don't really think about it because it has all these creatures and stuff, so it feels like horror.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's definitely horror elements to Fallout.
Yeah.
Keep viewers, boo.
Yeah. I mean, so there are definitely those elements to it, but I mean, there are like the scientific gadgets, like the Pip-Boy and stuff like
Well,
that.
because there's that. Well, especially because it's got the whole kind of angle of like, the like we've mastered nuclear technology, which is something that we certainly haven't done.
Yeah.
Can you rank my publications one day? I know nothing about, I would assume they're publications in the world of mathematics in some way, shape, or form. I know absolutely nothing about anything that has to do with that, but I'll try my damnedest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will do what I can.
Yeah.
But Fallout as science fiction, I mean, I can't even think of any arguments against, really.
Well,
that it's not futuristic enough.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because the apocalypse happens in an earlier time period than the one in which we currently find ourselves. So a lot of stuff gets
isn't it like 2076 when the apocalypse happens?
But like it's like the 50s.
It is like when does the apocalypse happen? When is the war?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely
Fallout. Fallout war date.
It's like the war takes place technically in the future, but the sort of like time period that it is representing is more like the 50s.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust the stupid ass AI overview on Google, but according to that, the Fallout Great War occurred on October 23rd, 2077.
Yeah. Which gives me a lot of questions too about like, but then why does everything look like it's in the 1950s and sound like it?
I think it's sort of like that, like, how do I describe it? We lost our innocence later type shit. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
I suppose. Yeah, I was just reading some comments on it. Yeah. Retrofuturism.
Retrofuturism.
Yeah. I mean, so they do it for the aesthetic is basically all it is.
Pretty much.
Like, that's why you get to listen to the radio and hear very old-timey music, despite the fact that that music was recorded in like
the 40s.
2077 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless they just didn't make any music between the 40s and
2077. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of the decisions made in Fallout are definitely for the aesthetic, but I think, I mean, it works cohesively.
Yeah. No, I mean, it does. It's cool. You don't want to like ask too many questions because that's counter to the point. I feel like you just got to enjoy it. But and thinking about like whether it counts as sci-fi, um, from from the academic perspective.
Ooh, get into it.
I mean, obviously people disagree, but from the academic perspective, once you start adding in the horror elements, it kind of takes it away from sci-fi a little bit. But like, I mean, think about something like Alien. Right?
I mean, are you going to call Alien not science fiction because it's horror?
We're on a like spaceship, space station, like they're space, which is like very clearly sci-fi. But I think it's something. One of the things that makes it feel less sci-fi is that retrofuturism, that kind of like
it grounds it.
Yeah, even though it's way in the future, it somehow still feels like it's in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, I guess maybe the question is, what is the focus really? I mean, it's not really so much on the technology. It is more about the horror of it.
Yeah, like it's more about the apocalypse than the fact that like, oh, we have the Pip-Boy, we have like the Cryolator.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I would say predominantly horror, but I mean there is definitely the sci-fi kind of aspect but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I never really thought about it before, and it just kind of popped in my head today, and I was like,
I haven't played these, but I know that like BioShock. I request your permission to leave. Permission granted. Go take care of whatever you got to do, my guy. Anyway, I haven't actually played these, but BioShock, I know that's like a sci-fi horror, and I'm like, I really should play them because I've heard great things, but I'm wondering like how the sort of differing ratio of science fiction to horror shapes your reaction, like your initial reaction to it, like what you would define it as genre-wise.
Well, yeah, because I generally, if you like describe a game to me as being like horror, I'm kind of like, you know, but like sci-fi, it's like, ooh, science.
Interesting.
So it definitely makes a difference to me, and I think that's one of the reasons why playing games like Fallout like doesn't really, I don't want to say bother me, not that like horror games bother me, but it,
well, I mean, in the sense bother me, you've seen me try to play Outlast.
Have I?
Yes, it was our New Year's stream where I screamed into the microphone 2 separate times.
Yeah. Or like, you know, the fact that I only played Chernobyl for like or Stalker.
Oh, Stalker, yeah.
Like
that's another one where I don't know if I consider it science fiction, even though there's kind of science fiction-y things to it.
Yeah, no, to me that's just horror.
That is it's more straight up horror to me.
Yeah, because there's nothing in it that's like outside the realm of current scientific possibility.
I mean, there's like mutants later in the game.
But that would happen though.
It would, yeah. So like people with like gas masks, they call them like, I think they call them like elephants or some shit. But it's like people with like gas masks fused to their faces and shit like that, and they're like crazy now.
Yeah. How do they eat? Do they not need to eat?
I would assume they subsist on radiation at this point.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
But who knows? Would we like to, since we've I think beaten this horse to death.
Sure.
Hold on. It's beaten the horse to death.
There we go.
Would we like to bring it over to the worsening for the evening?
Sure.
Begin the meditation.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Listen, cue ball, you're only making it worse.
Thanks, that even makes it worse.
It's worse than you know.
It usually is.
I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's the worst goodbye I've ever heard. And you stole it from a movie.
How marvelous.
How are you worse this week, bestie?
I feel like I didn't have enough opportunity to be that much worse this week because I was gone most of the past week. I was gone for like 6 days or something because the weather was bad and I had to stay longer than I intended. So I didn't play Satisfactory for like 6 days.
That sucks.
Very sad. But pleasant surprise that when I played it yesterday, yes, for the first time in like a week, I discovered that they're doing a special holiday event.
Ooh, fun.
Because the company in the game is called Fixit, Ficsit, and so it's Fixmas, and they're doing all these like a month-long special advent calendar challenge thing. I just built a giant tree yesterday, and you get to like decorate it throughout the month and stuff. Random presents fall from the sky, and so you have to collect all these presents and stuff. And I came across one that looked like it was a giant bomb, but it had a bow on it, and I thought, oh, maybe they're giving me this and I can use it for something.
Did it just blow up in your face?
When I moused over, it said a totally normal Christmas present. And so, yeah, it exploded and killed me, and I had to respawn.
Love it.
Yeah. So that was fun, but, you know, I'm back to playing it a little bit. Although I felt like I had something else to say about Satisfactory. So I noticed in the settings that there is an arachnophobia mode because there are these like spider-like creatures in the game that are like really jerky and kind of upsetting looking.
It happens.
And I was like, and I hadn't really thought much about it because I'm not arachnophobic. But I came across some people commenting that when you turn that on, it replaces these creatures with cats.
That's kind of fun.
But they said the cats were so much worse than the spidery things. And so I had to turn it on, you know, I was like, now I gotta see this.
Yeah, now I gotta know.
And I had forgotten that I turned it on because, you know, I'm just doing whatever. I hadn't come across one of them yet. And then I saw something moving in the distance and I like jumped out of my skin. I was like, what the hell is that? They're just pictures of cats that are giant that move around jerkily because they've essentially just laid them on top of the creatures. And then they just meow nonstop. The creatures don't normally make sounds.
Oh, fun.
It's just meow, meow, meow. It's upsetting.
Oh my god, excuse me. Can you tell I didn't get enough sleep last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound upsetting.
I didn't last very long. But I would say leading up until leaving for Thanksgiving, I don't know, this is a different type of worsening material. The true crime documentaries.
Ooh.
I've been watching a bunch while I've been trying to catch up on my, you know, crochet along, which I'm still not caught up on. But there is a series on Netflix called True Haunting. And
already loving the sound of this.
Well, it's like 6 episodes long or something like that, and 4 out of the 6 focus on one haunting.
Ooh.
At Erie Hall in Geneseo.
No shit!
Yeah, it's from back in like the 80s.
That's wild. I love that.
Yeah, one of my colleagues had told me about it. She was like, did you guys know there was a Netflix documentary about like a haunting at Erie Hall in the 80s? And we're like, what?
That's so cool.
She was like, I tried to watch it, but it was a bit much and I had to turn it off.
Wow.
Yeah. So I watched just those episodes. When it was done, I gave up on it, but it was
right.
Yeah. So that was interesting. But when we did the Drunk and Disorderly, was that Halloween?
That was Halloween.
Really that long ago? Wow. I didn't think it was that long ago. I looked up the list of like the wildest documentaries because of that conversation we were having. And so I decided to watch a few of them. And
what was the result?
Yeah, so the one that came up on nearly every list was called Dear Zachary.
I've heard that one hurts.
I was like ugly crying within minutes.
Yeah.
It was upsetting.
Yeah, I've heard that one will get you.
Yeah, and it like every time I was like, man, this is so horrible, so depressing. It couldn't possibly. It got worse.
Even better.
So that was a good time. And I watched a documentary called The Witness, which is about the Kitty Genovese case, and it was made by her brother. Showing that basically everything that people believe to be true about the way she died is wrong. Right? Because it's like that famous case that they were like, oh yeah, there were like, was it 37 witnesses or something like that all saw her being murdered and did nothing. And apparently it just did not actually happen that way. So that was fascinating.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I did forget to mention one thing about the True Haunting episodes at Geneseo. Did you know that the Warrens were at Geneseo?
No.
They did an actual like an event. Like they spoke at an event.
Wow.
They were
That's
invited.
kind of wild.
Yeah, and so they were like these people who were like, you know, being haunted, like actually went, took all these notes and stuff, and it's like they visited the campus. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts.
Fun fact. But yeah, I would say those are the primary things. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if I'm significantly worse in a lot of ways. Kyle and I just started season 7 of the X-Files, so that is like an all-consuming thing.
Yeah.
Because like we're fucking in it now, like mythology-wise.
Kind of home stretch in it.
Well, I mean, unless you count the revivals.
Oh.
Which
are we?
Let's be real, I might make him watch them just so I can have him in the same boat of has seen every episode.
Yeah, and also, you know, misery loves company.
Misery does. I need somebody else to understand how much it sucks.
Yeah.
And can complain about it. Watching the X-Files with Kyle has been so much fun because I'm realizing how much I hate Chris Carter. Like, I'm just realizing how much Chris Carter sucks. Even though he came up with the X-Files in the first place. But God, the decisions that man makes. Terrible.
Yeah, not every idea by a person who has had one good idea is a good idea.
Is a good idea. So there's that. Spotify Wrapped came out today, and there were no fucking surprises.
I didn't even look. I knew it was coming soon.
All of my top songs, except for one, are from the same album.
Your Wrapped is ready, and it's a little different this year.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, so my top artist was Ghost. Nobody is surprised. My top songs, with the exception of Infinite Baths by Sleep Token, were all off of the album Skeleton.
That makes sense.
So, the Ghost brain rot is all consuming and ever present.
Yeah. Not remotely surprising.
But one of the big way that I'm worse is that I have recently come into... Okay, so I went to go see the band Avatar for the 3rd time, which was fucking awesome. We had a total blast. We all... I went with 2 of my friends. We all wore matching goat onesies because of the song Captain Goat from the latest album. And we had a total blast. We like stayed late and tried to meet the band, which didn't wind up happening, but we made friends with a security guard.
That's fun.
All good things. But I have recently come into possession of a god tier collector's item. And here's how. After the show, I noticed that the band was selling trading card packs at their merch table. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I haven't seen that before. Let me grab one of those. And I was debating whether or not I should even open it. Because I was like, ooh, should I keep this like mint condition forever? Like that kind of shit. But I did open it. And I looked on the back of the card packet, and it was talking about how, like, oh, look for all this, like, there's different ones with, like, red foil and silver foil, and there's, like, you could get an autographed card. And I was like, that's sick as fuck. There was something but the last thing it said was, look for the ultra rare, one of a kind golden ticket card. And, there she blows.
Do you know how many there were?
Enough to sell
Like,
for the entirety of a tour.
Yeah. That'd be cool if they gave you like
I know, I should win like a
one
hangout or something.
I mean, I was thinking about it more along the lines of like at least giving you a sense of the odds of having gotten that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. The other ones I got are very cool as well. Huge fan. But crazy. I need to frame this.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't yet.
Yeah, we're working on it. So that is like the major way that I'm worse, is the fact that I have it and I keep remembering, like every now and again I'll just remember like, oh yeah, I found that card. And it'll just make me unreasonably happy.
Yeah. Yeah, just a tiny little piece of cardboard and yet.
And yet. All right, I'm trying to think if there's any other ways that I'm worse, but I don't really think so. I don't know. I've been off my game worsening wise, and I need to work on that.
Well, I think the holiday kind of like messes with things.
Yeah, it does.
Gets you.
I've got almost all my Christmas shopping done though. I only have 2 more people to buy for.
Of course you have. I have 2 or 3 presents already, which is surprising.
Okay, that's good.
For me, that is pretty good.
All right. Well, since we've been kicked off of Instagram, I think that is about time for us to wrap things up for the evening.
Mm-hmm. Streaming.
Yes. Okay. So we're again going to be on a much more regular schedule this month. Yay. So tomorrow on stream, we're going to be starting our very short St. Nicholas Cage month. We're going to be talking about the movie Snake Eyes tomorrow at 8 o'clock on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, all that fun stuff. So tune in then. We've still got our deal going on with the Bull and Bee Meadery. You can go to thebullandbee.com and use code MONSTERMEAD at checkout for $5 off your online mead order. I am not sure yet if we're going to be doing our ugly sweater party at the Bull and Bee. That is to be determined, so stay tuned. Keep an ear listening. What else have we got going on? We've got regrettable reviews coming up on Tuesday. Arthur and I are going to be talking about Gattaca. And I think that's it. Aside from St. Nicholas Cage month, we're going to be talking about Fallout once that first episode drops on, I'm not sure, it's the 17th, right? What day is the 17th? It's the 17th. I just don't know what day. Oh, it's on a Wednesday. So the episodes are dropping on Wednesday. We're going to talk about them on Thursday, so you have a day to watch them. Perfect.
Yeah, that works out.
I think that is all, though. Thank you to everybody who chatted tonight. We really appreciate that. Thank you guys for participating. I think that's all. So, as always, thank you for watching. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we will be back again next week. Adios, everybody. This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brooks. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Catch us live on Twitch every Wednesday and Thursday. For ad-free live broadcasts of the show, you can subscribe to our Twitch channels or consider donating to our Patreon for ad-free access to our entire library of past episodes and streams, as well as fun bonus content. Fighting with Friends is a member of the Eclectic Cult Media Network. Check out the links in the description for more episodes from us and from all of the shows on the network. Thanks for listening!